Assyria also was a naval town, and it was a cattle town. Jacksonville is a naval town. It have Inez, Jax, Cecil, Mayport. Outside of it, it have one right there, St. Mary's, Georgia. It have a submarine base. Okay. By being a cow town, Nineveh was a cow town. What was Jacksonville in its early days? It was called Cow Fort. And we got to understand that. It was a cow town. And you got to see that. Okay, now, but there's another part that you need to see that deal with the political aspect of it. It's very important to know that. Dealing with the leadership in a certain area. Although Nineveh in Assyria had kings over it, in the area of Jacksonville / St. Augustine, but in the area of Jacksonville, they have mayors. So if that prophecy is correct, and history is repeating itself, the kings of Assyria and the mayors of Jacksonville, because they're talking about Nineveh, the area of Nineveh, the rulers in the area of Nineveh, the rulers in the area of Nineveh and the rulers in the area of Jacksonville must have similarities. Very important now. Very important. Let's deal with it. Okay. Ashurbanipal. Ashurbanipal ruled from 669 to 631 BC. What did he do? What are the traits? What do history say about Ashurbanipal? Ashurbanipal built a big library in Nineveh. Understand this now. Ashurbanipal built a big library in Nineveh. What else did Ashurbanipal like to do? He liked to wear dresses in the street. Now the Syrians had this little style that you can wear things look like dresses, but that's what he liked to do, wear dresses in the street. Okay, now, how about Jacksonville at the time that matches up to this? John Payton in 2003 to 2011. Now, I need you to watch these times because you got these times, these years going to bring you close to where we at. It's very, very important. Because what I'm doing here, I'm bringing you into what the scriptures say. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, shall come, he will guide you into all truth, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear thought shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking these years and bringing it all the way to show you things to come, so you'll know what the revelation have to give you. God wants you to know these truths, my people, because he wants you to know what time it is. And it's written in the Bible, but it has to be translated properly. It's an esoteric writing, my people. They told you 30 years ago the book was in code, but everybody, all of them just skipped past it because they didn't want to put up that extra effort. And being realistic, none of them wasn't chosen for the task. That one, that Spirit of truth, that Son of Man had to come. And he's standing in front of you right now, my people, doing the will of God the Almighty. It's very important for you to see this because God loves you. Never been about me. I'm a servant. God loves you. You are the sons and daughters of God. You are the children of Israel, the true children of Israel. And I'm going to show you that. You're going to see that. Now, you may not see it on YouTube, but you will see the finishing touches on Patreon. But you are a chosen people, and God wants you to know who you are, because God loves you. God loves you. And the more I do these lectures, I know that there's a God out there that loves his people. Okay? He really loves his people. And you need to see this. Very important. Okay, next. He built a big library. Okay, Mayor Payton, what did he do? He reigned as mayor from 2003 to 2011. What did he do? He built a big library. Okay. And what else did he do compared to him? Had homosexual tendencies. Okay. Now, The difference between wearing a dress, homosexual tendencies, I leave that up to you. A big library he built, that's good enough for me. Show you that the initiate that wrote this under Jesus, that it was going to be a sign, is there. It's there, my people. It's there. This is, and when they say generation, you got to remember a genealogy. When he talked about this generation, he was talking about the genealogy. And if you get in there and you study it properly, you'll know that the genealogy of Rome came all the way down and came to America. Okay? Some of them came to America. That's what America or Eurocentric were made out of. The Romans, as some people say out here. Some of the French say, the British, they ain't nothing but Romans. They talk about the English, the British, they ain't nothing but Romans in that. But that's the genealogy. We got to see that. The genealogy of Rome was in France as well. The genealogy of Rome was also in Spain as well. The genealogy of Rome was also in, what's that other, it's another nation that helped. There was 4 nations that they talk about in Daniel that talks about, and I get into that. It's another nation that goes along with that. Okay, now let's go to the next individual. Next individual is Asher-ri-ta-le-li-ni. Okay, Asher-ri-ta-le-li-ni. Okay, these names are very difficult, so I say. Okay, what about him? He ruled in 631 to 627. Okay, now, you're not going to find a lot about these individuals. And they're going to tell you very little stuff is known about these individuals. Okay, but you find enough to compare to see the prophecy be fulfilled. Okay, now let's deal with that. This individual, you'll see son. He was the son of one of the leaders before him. You don't know whether it was Ashurbanipal or somebody else, and also don't know whether it's a brother. But the word keep coming up, brother, when it comes to that person. You see the word brother quite a bit. So if you're going to compare brother in our time, you're going to look at brother like we look at brother. Okay, now what is brothers about? Especially when you're talking about God's chosen people, brother is a black man. When they say, hey, brother, what's up? You know, evidently they're talking about some other black guy. Okay? And you know that. So when I seen brother, I say, well, okay. City council member that was running for mayor at that time, they came and asked me to a meeting, a grassroots meeting organization I was connected to. And she said, Armstrong, she said, I heard that you could tell who will win an election. And I'm running in this mayor seat, running for the mayor seat. What you think? Tell me. And I said to her, I don't want to call her name, okay? And she running in the race for the next mayor seat now, okay? I haven't talked to her, but that's beside the point. But at that time, she asked me, and I said to her, I said, do you want me to tell you the truth, or you want me to lie to you? She said, no, I want to hear the truth. And I told her, a black man will be in that mayor seat. Now, you got to remember something in the South. We're in the South now, Jacksonville. You hear the word Jacksonville? Come on. You know, that's southern as you get. At that time, even, you know how black guys can go to the barbershop sometime. And I'm not originally from Jacksonville. I'm from South Florida. But I've been here 30 years altogether. And some of the guys be talking, they knew I was gifted, know I wrote a book and all that. And they say, who you think gonna win, Armstrong? And I said, man, that black guy gonna win. I have a CEO, work with the Port Authority. He said, well, I kind of like, Armstrong, I know you're good, brother. I know you're good because you don't say a lot of things, and I came in here and heard it, and it came to pass. But I'm working with this judge wife because she running for mayor, and I'm putting my chips there. I said, brother, you can do what you want to do, but I'm going to tell you what time it is. A black man is going to win the mayor's seat. Now, most black folks in Jacksonville, they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. They could not believe it. Even one of the guys, very professional guy, I told him some things, and he went back and told his wife, and this guy had a heck of a conversation with me. The guy is very smart and intelligent, but he said something, and it bothered me because I could not see it. That there was going to be a black man mayor in Jacksonville, and I couldn't possibly see that. So I don't know what people go back and talk to their wife or their family members about. So I'm in the store one day in Publix, and I hear somebody holler, hey! I said, damn, you in Publix, man. Normally don't holler like that in Publix. Probably Walmart, not Publix. Hey, I need to talk to you for a minute. And he called his wife, come on, baby, come on. And he said, this is the guy that told me that we were going to have a black mayor in Jacksonville. And he said, I told my wife, she couldn't hardly believe it neither. Many people I told, especially blacks, they couldn't believe it. And this guy had a good report. He did work with Clinton before and stuff like that, but this is the South, my people. And they couldn't believe it. But I didn't change it because I believe what God showed me. I believe what God showed me. That's why I wrote stuff in a book before it happened. That's why on page 127, I said you were going to have a black president in the very near future. And that book came out around the middle of 2006. In less than 2.5 years, in 2009, Barack Obama was in the White House. See, that's what you got to do when God sends you. You don't go by what other people say. I wrote this stuff in the book. But I didn't hold out on God. See, God don't need nobody coming there trying to say, I'm coming with God, but you're scared. You're scared you ain't got the hookup with him. You can't be like that. You got to believe in yourself because he's with you. He tell you, I got your hand. I got your hand. So what you got to be afraid of when God have your hand? You can't be afraid. Sometimes you got to walk with your chest out because you know it ain't you. You know it's God backing you. You see what I'm saying? And it don't hurt sometimes. You know, you can't be. When you know it's God and you tell people, I got a spiritual God. It's God. You ain't trying to take nothing. Because he said, he ain't coming testifying of himself, but of God. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear thought shall he speak. People, I can't put this stuff together. Thought make me a genius. That's what make me a genius, because I know ain't none of them got it. He already done showed me. They ain't got it. He showed me some stuff, ain't none. It's what called a trademark. Certain stuff when I use the golden ratio and stuff, I know they ain't got it. I know it. Because it wasn't given. It wasn't their time to be this particular person. It was my time. And thought is there. He is here with us now. And we have to see that. Who is Melchizedek? Always remember who thought is. He's Melchizedek. The one that they say Jesus took the priesthood after. He's the one that had eternal life. God created and formed him. Okay? And we have to see that. Let's go on down on this side. Let's go on down. Okay? It said that he will have the black mayor in the story. He will have 4 years. The guy there had only 4 years. He reigned 4 years. When people ask me, well, how long do you think Mayor Brown going to last? And I say, he only have 4 years. I didn't hesitate. He said, what? I say, he only have 4 years. Okay. I know it got back to him, but what do I supposed to say? I at least say you're going to wait. But he only had 4 years. How many years did he have? He had 4 years. Okay. There's some more things I can tell y'all, but I ain't get too deep into that right now. Okay, now what else? What else? After he had 4 years, then you had another mayor step in there. And because Mayor Brown, he reigned for 4 years. Okay. First black mayor of the city of Jacksonville. Then you had another one, okay, in Assyria. Let's deal with that one. You got Sensoriskin, okay. What about him, okay? Now, this is very important to notice what he did now, because I'm going to talk about 3 things that's going to go on in his time. But you need to pay attention to what he did. Because the same thing he did, Lenny Carey did. And that's what got me. He did the same thing. He attempted to assert the throne. I want you to hear this now. He attempted to usurp the throne. Okay? At his time, you had social unrest now. Because we about to talk about from 2015 to 2023 when it comes to our side of it. And you know 2023 is next year. So this dealing with events that's happening at our time. Okay? Now, he attempted to usurp the throne. Okay? Now, I'm going to go one tick to tack. Okay? Lenny Carey, what about in Jacksonville? The mayor, Lenny Carey. What he did, he attempted to usurp the seat. What he did, he was coming to out the black mayor. He wanted that seat. He wanted him out of there. And he ain't hold back. Everybody knew when he came there, that's his whole purpose, to get him out and for him to get there. Okay? Just like in the city. Same thing. And you need to see that. What else happened at that time? Over there at that time, you had social unrest in Assyria. Okay? Now let's see. Have we, since 2015, have we had social unrest at our time? Look at it now. Look at it. See, God is talking to his audience. God is talking to you. God is letting you know, I'm going to let you know what's going to happen before it happens. I'm going to let you know in that Bible where I have had the initiates to write about you and your nation. I'm going to let you know that. That's what God is saying to his people. See, when God is coming to deliver you, because God has said in the Bible, I'm going to deliver you. See, I ain't the deliverer. God is the deliverer. My chapter is the deliverer. I'm a messenger. And that's what I'm doing, giving you the message. Okay? Now let's deal with this a little further. Okay? We had social unrest. What social unrest we had? We had the thing with the knee. Police had this knee on it, but we had Black Lives Matters. We had the Wall Street thing. We had the Wall Street protests. We had many protesters at this time. You had social unrest. You had protesters all over America. You had protesters all over America. When they killed different people, you had one right here in Georgia was killed. Kid was killed as he was jogging. You had many events. Just click. And that's about social unrest. Social unrest between 2015 and 2023. Many of them. The Taylor girl. The guy, the girl came in, police officer came in his unit in his apartment and shot him. Another police officer had shot the boy so many times in the back. Oh, come on. We always know that. This scripture and this Bible is fulfilling itself. Now, what else happened? You have a civil war begin to erupt, okay, at this time. it began to erupt. Now, what do we have over here? Now, I want to go back. I want to say something before I talk about that. We had Mitch McConnell, and some of the other ones said, I think the one in North Carolina, Senator North Carolina, said to the media in America and to the Democratic Party, say, what you want to have? You keep pushing this Trump thing, we're gonna end up with a civil war. Now they said that. Never heard that before until this time. Right now, in the background, they think that if Trump get there and they don't like him being there, it could lead to a civil war. Or if you push the Democrats out and you put the Republicans in, it could lead to a civil war, civil unrest. You already had that fake Capitol insurrection. Don't let that fool you. That's fake. But they say it may not be fake, so I'm going to say it like this. Time's going to tell about that. Okay? But they wasn't going to have no insurrection and take over no capital in this United States of America. It's too powerful for that. That's children stuff there. It's too powerful stuff like that. Too powerful for that. Okay? Now, let's go a little further. Let's go a little further on this because it's very important to see. Okay? Now, at that time, the fall of Assyria and Nineveh came. And who caused it to fall? The Babylonian in the area of Iran. And you had the area of Iran and Iraq. You had those areas and their allies. Okay. Now, here you got the fall of America, but this is a question. You can't say the fall of America because what did the story say that God said to Jonah? He said, should I destroy Nineveh? So we know that this could happen if we don't pay attention like Assyria happened. It could happen in America. So the question is to the Americans and the ones that know this, because this is a real revelation from God. Are we going to do the things necessary to keep this from happening to America? Because right now, we're going in that direction. What did they have? They had a civil war in Nineveh, in Assyria, and a world war. That's what Babylon came and took. Another nation came and took their land. What are we having right now? Complication with our Democrat and Republican Party. They talk about we are fracturing, that a democracy is being fractured and all this other stuff. And we over there in Ukraine messing with those Russians and the Russians and the Chinese and the people from India, the allies over there in North Korea is going in cahoots so they could, whatever America do, they could unite and come against America. We got to remember now, let's be wise now, don't be stupid. Only 4.2% of the peoples of the world from America. With America and Europe, it's only 12.4% of the population of the world. Now, what did that tell you? Over 75% of the population of the world is over there. And one of the presidents, McCarthy, one of the presidents and one of the generals way back in World War I and World War II say, we don't want to fool with China. We don't want to be fooling with them peoples over there. A lot of our military advisors is telling our government that we ain't prepared for a major war. So we got to see all that. Now, I brought you to this point because Lenny Carey, will be out of that seat in 2023 of July. next year. Now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you some more prophecies that take you to the year of your deliverance. It's in the Bible. I'm going to take you there. But right now, I'm going to leave you approaching 2023. If you go on Patreon, you'll see the other parts of it. You'll see the other parts of it. You'll see the other parts of it. It's certain things that we could go so far on YouTube. So go on Patreon and you'll see the other parts of it and understand what's really going on. Very important. I would like you to go to Patreon, patreon.com, Louis Armstrong, and watch the videos. You could go to Rumble on channel, at our channel, Louis Armstrong Ministry, and watch those videos. And we also like you to make donations. Make a donation. You could go with Cash App at $SWAU 1954. That's Cash App $SWAU 1954. You can also go to Louis Armstrong Ministry, 7536 Jana Lane North, Jacksonville, Florida, 32210. Cross Rock Incorporated with that same address, 7536 Jana Lane North, Jacksonville, Florida, 32210. Also, you can go on GiveLify. GiveLify on your mobile app under charity. Go on GiveLify, and she'll have the rest of that on GiveLify. You go looking for Cross Rock, go to GiveLify on your mobile app under charity, and you can make a donation. Also, you go with PayPal. PayPal at ArmstrongLewisJ at gmail.com. That's PayPal, ArmstrongLewisJ at gmail.com. Also, I like to talk about our individuals before I go over the other part of this lecture. But this is what's going to be on YouTube. And you can see this particular lecture that I'm doing, have done, on YouTube. Now, but I'm thankful for Marcellus Jackson, one of the priestess, Janie Stockner, Tracy Beard, Roger Olden, Antoinette Mike Mullen, Marwin G, Steve Coleman, which is one of our ministers, Joyce and Robert Cromwell. They are great supporters of this organization, and you can see if you go on the some of the things on the about Crossroads, you can see those two couples. Miss Shirley Oliver. Miss Shirley Oliver, she's the mother of this organization. She also, you can see her on one, if you scroll through the Rumble videos, you can see Miss Shirley Oliver and Sister Corinthia, Minister Corinthia, on there talking, giving a talk on there. Tamira C. Fennell and Lord Hill. We thank for the individuals, and like I say, we're looking at making some things happen. And our budget is very, very low. I mean, not budget. Our account is very, very low. And you have to holler when you're dealing like that. And we need your support now. We really need your support. So reach back and help this organization. We need your support. I like to say a prayer. Before I go into this other, I like to say a prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for permitting this audience to be here. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for all that you have done. Bless your people. Let them see and feel your presence, Father. Heavenly Father, we say this in your loving name. Amen.